My name is Dave Harris and I'm on my way to Stirling to start my first lightweight bikepacking adventure.
Cheers mate, thanks.
Over the next 2 days I'm going to be travelling through rural Perthshire, covering more than 200 kilometres. On day 1 I'll be cycling from Stirling, the gateway to the Highlands, northwards through Auchterarder and Aberfeldy, and along the banks of Loch Tay to Killin. And on day 2 I'll cycle back along the north side of Loch Tay, taking in a detour to the village of Dull, before passing south through Kenmore to my final destination, the town of Crieff.
Right, we've arrived in Stirling. We're going to get on the road. We've had an excellent train journey. The sun is shining and we're ready to set off. Okay, I'm just riding out of Stirling now, on our way. I'm just going to show you a little bit of Stirling in a minute because we're going to go past the Wallace Monument. Just going along by the Ochils, just left Stirling on a bit of a footpath at the moment, which is quite nice. Keeps me out of traffic. Beautiful scenery, beautiful weather. Crazy headwind though, crazy headwind. Oh, welcome to Dollar. Lovely little deli here in Dollar. Deliberately don't carry much water, so what I do is I stop at little shops like this in Dollar along the way and just make sure I keep myself topped up, fill up my little bottles, but also try and drink a lot, as much as I can as well. We've been tracking the Ochils since Stirling, just coming along eastwards. So complete headwind. It's been a bit of a hard work one actually. So just about an hour and 10 minutes to get to here. We're going to leave the Ochils now and go over the top of them, over towards Glendevon and drop down towards Auchterarder. So I'm looking forward to a bit of an uphill climb now, then a good descent down towards Perthshire. It's been hard work, but it's been good. Just coming up through Glendevon, absolutely stunning. Climbing now on the way to the summit, and then we'll drop down in towards Auchterarder. A lot of this land around here is owned by the Glen Eagles estate down in Glendevon, so it's well kept and it's managed well. Made it to the top of Glendevon. We're just going to start the descent now into Auchterarder. So if you look just sort of down here in the distance, I think you can see Crieff, and that's where we're ultimately heading. Decided I may as well stop for lunch at Glen Eagles, so yeah, great spot for it. Now left Auchterarder and Glen Eagles, I'm coming north now. I have to say, remarkably, the road quality is so much better when you go past Glen Eagles. I think the road budget in Clackmannanshire is probably pretty poor. This is me. I've done around 57k so far since I left Stirling. I'd probably guess I'm about halfway actually before before I get to Killin, where I'm going tonight. So it's quite hard work in the sun, and I can feel myself starting to cramp a little bit. So I've just got to keep reminding myself to keep stopping, keep drinking water, keep refueling, food, water, sensible rest breaks, but also try and keep a sensible pace as well. So yeah, hopefully from where I am now, I know there's a steady incline up towards the up towards Aberfeldy. Then it's sort of steep descent into Aberfeldy. But yeah, I just need to keep it going. I just need to keep hydrating and yeah, just keep the focus, because it's a stunning day and it's easy to lose focus. Beautiful location for a WhatsApp call back to the family, just to let them know I'm alive. I am absolutely starving. We are just about to drop down towards Aberfeldy now, so dropping the descent. I'm hoping it's a quick one anyway, because I'm pretty hungry and I need to get more water, so I'm out of water. I think it's probably around 10 miles, 8 miles maybe to Aberfeldy from here. So yeah, so I've had a bit of water. I'm out now, but I'm just going to refuel with the Snickers and yeah, get on that descent. This is the last leg down towards Aberfeldy now. It's a little bit more climbing. I thought it was going to be downhill, but I'm hopeful it's going to start descending soon, because I'm needing a bit of downhill here. Just refueling in Aberfeldy. Just stopped on the bench for a few minutes, and I am taking in isotonic drinks at the moment to see if that will help me, give me a bit more energy than normal water. I think I've demolished almost a whole packet of Jelly Babies in about 10 minutes. May as well finish them off. Yeah, I've just spotted this map, and if you look, I didn't realise this, but I basically came over from just before Crieff, from Gilmerton. I basically came up this way, up this way, and I didn't realise if I went left there, I would end up at Kenmore, which is effectively where I'm going to now. So that's quite interesting. I'm going to take this yellow road all the way down Loch Tay to this little place called Killin. Here's Scottish Cranach Centre on Loch Tay. I've never been so relieved to see Killin.
Well, it's morning now and I'm in Killin. I've just had a good kip. I'm just going to pop down, get some breakfast, fuel up for the day. I might even be tempted by a big Scottish, full Scottish breakfast, which I wouldn't normally do if I was staying in a hotel on my own. But yeah, let's go get fed and then we'll be on the road again.
Okay, this is where I stayed last night. It's a little Scottish hotel just on the edge of Killin. I'm going to be taking off probably in around 20 minutes time. I'm going to be heading up, if I can just point it out, heading up the road that way. That takes us north to the north side of Loch Tay and then back round towards Kenmore. Just pulled over after a nice gentle climb out of Killin. It's quite nice under the trees because it's really hot today. In the distance there you can see Killin itself. That village just over there. And this in front of us is Loch Tay in all its glory. Absolutely fantastic. It's going to be some great views today. I've taken a bit of a detour this morning from Kenmore because I've come to see a particular town or village that I promised one of my mates I'd come and take a photograph at. Welcome to Dull! This one's for you, Paul. There's not a lot to Dull really. A church and a collection of houses. Stunning location though. This is Dull. Little town in rural Perthshire. Look at that for a view. Look at that for a view. Wow. Nothing dull about dull, that's for sure. Apart from the fact there's nothing to do. This is Kenmore at the head of Loch Tay. And here's a great little spot for hanging out and soaking up the sun. It's like Bondi Kenmore here. I'm just leaving Loch Tay behind now. So I've just climbed out of Killin, that you see down there on the left, and I'm climbing up this little steep road here. It's pretty steep actually, nice couple of hairpin bends, and then going up there into the dark, into the shade. Should be a good climb. That's been a steep climb out of Kenmore. Harder than what I thought it was going to be actually, so I'm hoping I'm near the top now, but just a quick stop here. We're just about at the top of the climb out of Aberfeldium. Absolutely stunning. There's almost no wind. You can see, I'll zoom in on that wind farm. They build wind farms in windy places, and half of those turbines are not even turning. In fact, they're just idling, so they're not even generating. The wind is so calm today, which is fantastic. And if you look carefully, I don't know if you can see it, we're near the Scottish Water Loch. There are midges everywhere, so I'm going to keep going before I get eaten alive. I've been noticing these little boxes on top of fence posts, so I've always wondered what they were, so I'm just going to stop and have a look and see what's inside it. It almost looks like grit or something, maybe salt. Obviously something's been eating from it, because you can see there's some pellets and birds, but I thought it was going to be for grouse, feeding grouse or something. I mean, it might be, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's a bit of a mystery, but I'm sure the farmers probably know what it is. So yeah, let's keep cycling. It's for moments like this that I love riding my bike. If you look into the distance, you'll see Loch Fruit, but there's a fantastic bit of descending coming up. And I noticed there's a couple of little hairpin bends down here as well, so I've got to be quite careful on the descent, not to get too fast, not to get too carried away. But it's great to see as well the little homesteads of people making a living off the land here. On a day like today, it's absolutely beautiful, but I can imagine in the winter it's pretty hard work. That's me, I've made it to Crieff. It's been around 80 kilometres this second day, so that's a perfect distance for me. A couple of hills, some great descents, and now I'm off to meet my very, very tolerant wife and family, so thanks very much to them for allowing me to do this. It's a busy road here, so I'm going to say goodbye and yeah, go and finish off my journey, go and find them, get a shower, and then I'm going to do a little bit of reflection on my trip and what I would do different next time, and maybe what I've learned and what I can share with you. I've been back about 24 hours now from my first bikepacking trip, and I just wanted to share with you my top 3 learning points, so that if you're planning your own trip, this is my advice for you. Tip number 1, think about how far you're travelling on each day.
On day one for my trip I did around 133 kilometres, which is probably a little bit too far for my comfort zone, so next time I'd probably aim to do around 90, possibly 100 kilometres, probably no more than that, just to get that balance between having a good trip, going a good distance, but actually enjoying it as well. Tip number 2, be prepared for all weather types. I was pretty prepared for if it was raining, but I wasn't prepared for if it was sunny, and I actually got myself quite sunburnt because it was such a cracking couple of days weather-wise. And tip number 3, think about whether you really want to do the trip on your own or if you want to do it with other people. I was quite happy doing it on my own. I quite enjoyed my own company. But there was a little part of me that just thought it'd be great to be able to share this with someone else as well. So think about whether it's something you want to do alone or if you want to do it with other people. I hope you've enjoyed watching my first bikepacking experience. I hope you take on board my top 3 tips. And if you've enjoyed it, please click subscribe, make comments, tell me if you liked it, tell me if you didn't like it. And yeah, I look forward to sharing with you more journeys in the future. But take care and speak soon. Cheers, bye. Say something to the camera.
Hi.
Say hi, cheeky camera.
Hi, Chicky Kana.
What's your name?
Well,
Who's your daddy?
Dave.
Dave. Who's the daddy? Cheeky, cheeky. Don't pick. I thought you were picking your nose then.
No.
No, you weren't. Okay, fair enough. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.